Joe.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Kindly take your seat. I saw a document on my desk indicate just a minute. On 9th of February, is that correct? Yes. And I set this matter for sentencing today. My understanding of the time given to the parties was a period of about 1 month, if I'm not wrong. And I directed that we have documents and reports filed to enable the court deal with the final lap of these proceedings. I called for the file yesterday Court assistant, please come here. I need a lot of assistance from you. And among the documents, I expected to assist this court in making its decision today was a pre-sentence report. I expected submissions on sentence from the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution. I expected a write-up, if any, from the victims' families, counsel in form of submissions. And I expected a write-up from the accused person's lawyer in no any other form than mitigating or mitigation submissions. Without, of course, having to repeat what I've said, having had the family challenge up to Wednesday, the only time I'd have called for the file was yesterday, which I did. I called for this file in the morning and I only managed to get it at 4 p.m. And that was not too late for this court to do its work today. But the most disappointing bit, which I must go out clearly because I have become a victim of condemnation for adjourning this matter, and maybe that tells you why I came back here despite my mourning. And we must put blame where it falls. And so when this file reached me yesterday at 4 p.m., the only document that was availed was a pre-sentence report. I did not have any other document for me to consider, to sit down, even if it was overnight, to prepare my judgment on sentence. I was made to understand the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution filed their submissions at 5:30 p.m. I have been made to understand that the victim's family counsel filed submissions this morning at 7, rather last night at 7 p.m. The only document from the accused points is a notice of change of advocate, and there are no submissions filed as at sitting here at this hour. So the question I would like all of you to answer to the hearing of the public and of course the good media here is, how is the court supposed to work when we are filing documents at the hours at which we filed? But more critically, how do we then proceed today to enable the court to bring the final curtain on this matter today? So that is my observation as you stand up to address the court. Please deal with that. And in that regard, I will request the first party to go, and that is the ODPP, to speak to what I've said. Thank you.
To file our submissions earlier, but that was not possible. Nevertheless, my lady, we will take directions from this court on how we may proceed. We had hoped to orally submit, but noting that we served late, the other parties might need a bit more time. Again, apologies, my lady.
Indeed, as the court has indicated, our submissions were fine last evening. Really, the main reason for that is that we had expected to have received the sentencing report because that would have been important for us to make reference to, even as we prepare our submissions. We received the same yesterday, and immediately we received it, we put together our submissions, and we filed it the evening. So ours is also just to apologize to the court that this came in late. we were ready to submit orally, but as has been indicated by the Office of the ODPP, we've understood the sentiments of the court because we've served this morning. Perhaps the other side would need a bit of time to look at them. So we'll take directions from the court.
Sincerely apologize for not filing our submissions and instead filing a misleading document, change of advocates, no change of advocate, it's appointment of a new advocate to an act alongside me. We are sorry for that. It is actually dated notice of appointment, so it's acting alongside. We wanted to file our submissions earlier. However, we were waiting for the presented report, which was not sent to us until we endeavored to pursue the officer, and he said that he is ready, but he does not have instruction from his superior to share with us. That was as early as 10 a.m.
When was that?
Yesterday. We had shared the exchange and he had my contacts, but he did not have instruction to share with us. Fortunately, I think he got those instructions, and at exactly 12 yesterday, 12:30 like that, around 12:30, he had the courtesy of sharing with us the two reports. One, a scanned one, and the other one is a PDF, but the same report. So we were expected to start reacting to it from that time. Fortunately, also today in the morning we have been served with the victims. The DPP served, they had the courtesy of serving us with their submissions at around 7 p.m. We looked at it, and we were expected also to react on it. Today in the morning, my lady, we have been served with victims' submissions, which, to be honest, to the court, because I've been participating in the proceedings in the previous matters, it's my colleague Muke, is the son of Bishop Muke, who is the one who has read. And I think both the prosecution and also the victim, they have said that we want time to react to their submission. But I wish to inform this oral report that notwithstanding debt service, we were ready to do the submissions today orally, and notwithstanding the fact that the service was late, we are ready to do the oral submissions today, so that we don't delay this matter.
Yeah, but you may do your oral submissions. Do you think the court will require time to read a document that was filed at 7 p.m. last night, because it was not sent to me? How much time do you require, Prof? Would you have been? Tuesday is not possible. Wednesday is okay. So if we take it on Tuesday, I may get a bit late. Wednesday, $11:30. I put on my course list. Or 2. But all said and done, you must file your documents by Monday to enable me look at them on Tuesday and deliver my judgment on sentence on Wednesday. May I make it very clear that if the documents will not have been filed, then I may not consider them. But I'm sure you understand the necessity and the importance of filing those documents. You are the only people who have the benefit of speaking last, Professor Nandu and Munge. And you have the benefit of responding to what has been written. Had we done oral submissions, highlights, the state probably would have come in after you, but now you have the last opportunity. My earlier reading quite a bit on the sentencing makes it very clear that it's not just the tail end process, but it's a significant stage in the criminal justice system and in a criminal case trial. So I hope we all know that. So may I then just take note, court assistant, confirm the date? This is not to the public, and neither is it to the accused person. Sure. No, I will hear her, for sure. I will hear her. I will hear her. Please proceed. Would you like to raise up your voice, Counsel, because I can hardly hear your address in the court. There is a speaker, please, is it? Sure.
My lady, if I may.
Release into security. My lady, on 30th of October 2018, the second accused was released on terms of bond of 2 million with one surety of the similar amount. My lady, on 9th of February 2014, my senior made an application for the release of security. It was granted, and we were granted 14 days. After 14 days, we were to write a letter to the deputy registrar to effect the same orders. However, my lady, we wrote a letter on 5th of March 2014 indicating to the DR that we would like the release of the security, which was a title deed of John Gashie. My lady, however, we were appraised that the order for the release needed to be in writing. Hence, that's the main reason why we are before you.
Have you given me the benefit of the correspondence you are speaking to?
Yes, my lady, we had done a letter.
Court assistant, would you confirm whether those documents have reached this matter? You are aware that the matter basically is domesticated in the criminal division of the High Court in Nairobi. I'm a visiting judge. If you write a letter to the Honorable DR, it will not come to the Honorable DR in Naivasha. It will go to the Honorable DR, Nairobi High Court Criminal Division. I have not seen it. There is a presiding judge who I think will be able to deal with that. But all said and done, what you're asking me to do is extremely administrative. And I would have expected to be done, even if this file was taken to my brother, Honorable Kimondo, he would have made an order, because it has nothing to do with a decision in the main substance of the matter. But that said and done, I'm not running away. I'll speak to my brother, as you can hear from the court assistants. Those documents have not reached me. If they did, of course, at a hard time, I would have done that. I'll pick it up with my brother, Justice Kimondo, who will address it. It's not a matter that should bother you. An order will be made, and unless there's good reason why the security should not be released, it should be released. Okay, does that help?
Yes, it does. Much obliged.
Okay. And I didn't have to record that, neither have I recorded it. But it will be done. Okay. So court assistant, make sure when I adjourn, those documents are brought to my knowledge, and I'll just make the necessary order for release of the expense. Okay. Matter has been rescheduled to the 13th day of March 2024. Let's agree on time. Is 11:30 okay in the morning? The other councils? Okay. So, as much as I started by doing a disclaimer on how today I'm not the one who is being accused of adjourning this matter, I think at the end of the day I'm the driver of the vehicle, being the one presiding over this court, and I think the most decent thing to do is to apologize for any inconvenience that may be caused by the delay in this matter, and hope that we'll not have to adjourn it again, that we'll be able to deal with it to finality on the date that I have fixed for judgment on sentence. And with that, unless there is any other issue, I'll be requesting that you allow all of us to adjourn the court, and I wish you a good day. Court assistant? Thank you.
Thank you.